Good evening, dear sisters and brothers. Welcome to the evening session of Being Heartful Every Day with Swadhyaya. As we continue with the theme of heartful communication, today we reflect on the role of humility in expression. In heartfulness, communication matures not through assertion but through a quiet humility that allows the heart to remain teachable, adaptable, and free from self importance. When humility is present, communication becomes a channel for harmony rather than a display of position. Humility in communication arises when the ego loosens its hold on being right, being heard, or being acknowledged. From a yogic perspective, disturbance in communication often stems from subtle identification with opinions or roles. Even well meaning words can carry tension when they are rooted in self reference. Through meditation and cleaning, these subtle identifications gradually soften. The heart learns to rest in simplicity, and expression then reflects openness rather than authority. Words are offered as contributions, not conclusions. Babuji Maharaj points to this inner posture when we speak of functioning in tune with reality. In humility, communication aligns with the larger flow, allowing truth to reveal itself without force. Heartful humility does not diminish clarity. On the contrary, it enhances understanding. When humility is present, we are able to acknowledge limits in our perception and remain open to learning from others. Differences no longer become contest. Conversations shift from persuasion to exploration. The heart remains relaxed even when viewpoints diverge because identity is no longer at stake. Heartfulness teaches that humility emerges naturally through purification. Meditation deepens awareness, and cleaning removes subtle pride and attachment, and prayer aligns the heart with higher consciousness. From this alignment, communication becomes gentle, grounded, and effective. As Babuji Maharaj indicates, when the heart bows inwardly, action and speech naturally assume the right measure. Dear sisters and brothers, if you notice someone who is in need of these weekly themes that we are covering under BHED sessions, then please do extend the invitation of Heartfulness Masterclasses and the BHED sessions with them. You will find the additional reading material and videos of revered Daji which are available on this theme, available on the Heartfulness app. We will resume our inspirational reading, and we have yesterday started reading the article Principles of Conversation. And let us resume reading. Anger is poison to spirituality. Unless we are free from this plague, moderation can never be obtained. The effect of anger is that the system becomes heavy and tension is produced. There will be continuous pressure on thought. This human frailty leads to loss of self respect and individuality and results in unhappiness. This does not allow the free and subtle current to enter. In other words, it restrains the flow of divine grace. If anger is overcome and a nasty and short temper is avoided, there is scope for the attainment of a balanced condition of the mind. The greater the control over it, the freer and more bounteous is the celestial gift. A civil tongue is a prerequisite to achieve the goal of human life. A cultured tongue rules the kingdom of the heart. It is a pity that this important and essential principle of the use of the tongue in the inevitable and constant activity of man is often overlooked and neglected. It is also unfortunate if the divine guru is held responsible for any lapse. It is no doubt very difficult to control the mind. To free ourselves from anger, we should think ourselves to be polite and humble. Nay, we should try to make ourselves such that the same color enters each and every part of the body. A cool and calm disposition alone is required for spirituality. The heart is so tender that it begins to droop even by the slightest circulation of wind. When we rise to some height, lowness is also within our sight to the same extent. This is a secret of nature. If while remaining glued to the master, we make high advancement and yet feel low, is this not a state? The cause of this I have just stated. Our passion should be whatever is there is thine. When it is thus, where is the occasion for regret? The technique of developing softness is to create extreme humility in temperament so that it is filled with such a sentiment of love as to have no inclination to cause any hurt to anyone's heart. And the words are also such as not to hurt anyone's heart in the least. When we are satiated with something, we no longer derive pleasure from it to the same degree as earlier. By and by, we come to treat it as something ordinary. Just this is to be known as a state of regret or the fallen condition. Apart from that, lying low is better than a perch up. Herein lies devotion, and therein rests the idea of perfection. What more than this is there for me to tell? When we have lost all sense of our own significance and are devoid of ego consciousness in any form, direct or indirect, then whatever we do will be just what we ought to be doing. This condition, if bestowed by God, is the best of all conditions. Everyone ought to try to arrive at it. The technique of developing softness is to create extreme humility in temperament so that it is filled with such a sentiment of love as to have no inclination to cause any hurt to anyone's heart. And the words are also such as not to hurt anyone's heart in the least. This is the excerpt from Complete Works of Ramachandra, Volume 4, 2018, Sri Ramchandra Mission, India. Article by Ramachandra Lalaji. Dear brothers and sisters, this is a very important article that we had read on the principles of conversation by Lalaji Maharaj. Let's take a few moments to assimilate the meaning of what we have just read. It is time for the universal prayer. Therefore, let us turn our attention inward and offer this prayer together. All brothers and sisters are being filled with love and devotion, and real faith is growing stronger in them. सभी भाई बहन प्रेम और भक्ति से भर रहे हैं और उनमें सच्ची श्रद्धा दृढ़ होती जा रही है May our hearts remain humble and open. May our words be free from self importance. May understanding arise through simplicity, and may harmony guide all our interactions. Dear sisters and brothers, as you prepare for the rest tonight, take a few moments to offer the bedtime prayer and the reflections of the day. Let the prayer restore inner simplicity and balance. Dear sisters and brothers, thank you for joining this evening session. And we look forward to seeing you all tomorrow for the evening session at 8:50 p.m. as we'll be introducing the new theme for the next week. Until then, wishing you all a very good night and a good rest. Thank you.